I broke my back. Spinal.
So the pay-per-view numbers are in for the Canelo Chavez Jr. fight, and they were a great success. Over 1 million is being reported so far, but that's all they're saying. It's at least 1 million. It's over 1 million, so we'll probably get the final count by maybe today, tomorrow, by the end of the week. You know how that goes. But it's at least 1 million, so a great success right there. And without a doubt, this proves that Canelo is the face of boxing, the number one attraction right now in boxing. A lot of people still try to debate that, even though I still believe that he has been since Mayweather has been gone, since he retired. But a lot of people still were debating that. But now, without a fucking doubt, he is definitely the number one attraction. And yeah, I mean, some people try to even say that, you know, there's a lot of fucking packtards still out there. And they were trying to say that it was him that was still, you know, the number one attraction since Mayweather was gone. Since, you know, Pacquiao was still around. But no, man. Pacquiao, since the Mayweather retirement, Pacquiao's numbers, I mean, his two fights, his first fight after that Mayweather fight was against Bradley, the third fight with Bradley. That did just over 300,000, nearly 400,000 pay-per-view buys. And then his fight against Jesse Vargas, that did 300,000. So it's like, no, how the fuck is he going to be over Canelo? Not with those numbers. And then, of course, he's not going to get any better with those numbers, since we all know he's about to fight that great almighty pound-for-pound legend, Jeff Horn. We don't even know if that shit's going to be on pay-per-view over here in the States. I fucking doubt it. I fucking hope not. Man, that fucking fight can't get any more fucking embarrassing than that. Come on, man. You gonna put it on pay-per-view for us over here, too? Like, bruh. We'll see. Whatever. The point is, he ain't doing no fucking numbers. He ain't doing no noise anymore, man. Pacquiao's just getting worse. So, I mean, and Canelo, ever since Mayweather retired, I mean, he fought Cotto, and that almost did 1 million. That was over 900,000. It almost hit 1 million. And then with Amir Khan, he did a little bit over 600,000. That's over 500,000. And that was against Amir Khan. I mean, Amir Khan's never been on a pay-per-view over here in the States. I don't know if he's been in a pay-per-view over there in the UK, but not over here in the States. So those are pretty good numbers. And then, of course, last year, at the end of the year in September, against Liam Smith, Canelo, 300,000. I mean, that was as much as fucking Pacquiao was doing, about 300,000 with these fucking fights with Bradley, the third one, and Jesse Vargas. And this fucker did it against Liam Smith, somebody completely unknown outside the UK. Everybody could agree with that. Everybody knows that's fucking true. Completely unknown outside the UK. Completely. Brought him over here to fucking Texas, and they did 300,000. And on top of that, Canelo broke Pacquiao's record in that stadium, the attendance record. Yeah, the attendance for this Canelo, Liam Smith, was over 51,000. He broke Pacquiao. So you see, even head to head, he's better than fucking Pacquiao. I mean, Pacquiao's already on his way out, man. He ain't bringing in no numbers. So, I mean, even against a guy like Liam Smith, look at what the numbers he was bringing in. And then, of course, now we got Canelo versus Chavez Jr. And the success this was, even before the pay-per-views. I mean, this shit was sold out in days when the tickets came out for sale. It sold out in a few days, quickly. It was the first boxing match to sell out the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. And then, boom, we get the over 1 million pay-per-view buys. I mean, I'm giving you Canelo numbers in the U.S. because, I mean, all these fights I mentioned, that's where he's fighting. But he's a fucking unbelievable star in Mexico. I mean, the fucking numbers in Mexico are fucking crazy, man, crazy. Just like the other guy that I'm going to bring up, Anthony Joshua. These Canelo numbers and the Anthony Joshua numbers from last weekend, I mean, that's back-to-back weekends with some fucking crazy numbers. And pay-per-view-wise, I mean, that's crazy numbers right there, man. I mean, Anthony Joshua and Klitschko last week, they did what, 1.5 million pay-per-views out there? And now over here in the States, we get this fight, Canelo Chavez Jr., over 1 million? I mean, that's back-to-back weekends, back-to-back weeks where boxing scored over 1 million pay-per-view buys. UFC, they don't do shit like that. So get the fuck out of here with that. I know everybody was trying to say, you know, ever since Mayweather and Pacquiao, boxing has been declining, or boxing is officially dead. Nah, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Now these fucking numbers can shut these fuckers up, man. I mean, these fuckers over there, man, the only reason they were doing some numbers here and there was when Rousey would fight or Conor McGregor. Other than that, They didn't do any fucking numbers with no one else. So when you would bring up these numbers of Mayweather and Pacquiao, they would always come back with, oh, well, that's all you got, Mayweather and Pacquiao. Well, here you go. Got Anthony Joshua and Canelo. And then we got Canelo and Golovkin coming up in September. We know that shit's going to fucking do way over $1 million. So, I mean, that's all you had. It was Rousey and McGregor in the UFC. Them fuckers ain't fighting this year. Rousey's gone again. Who knows what the fuck she's doing? Probably going back to acting or whatever the fuck she's doing. Getting fat like a cow somewhere. And we got McGregor over here trying to come over to the fucking boxing world. He ain't fighting no UFC fights this year. So you got Rousey and McGregor taking off the UFC roster, basically. Where are you going to get them fucking numbers at, huh? UFC been talking out of their ass and they ain't going to get fucking they ain't going to get nowhere near to these numbers that we fucking scored back-to-back weekends. Shit. Let me see you motherfuckers score back-to-back weekends, man. Over 1 million pay-per-view buys. Get the fuck out of here. And then that fucking Anthony Joshua and Klitschko, the attendance, fucking 90,000. The fucking record for the UFC is when Ronda Rousey fought Holly Holm. That shit was a little bit over 56,000. Anthony Joshua just did fucking, and Klitschko, they did 90,000 like I just said. See? But boxing's dying, right? Oh, it's been dead ever since Mayweather. I mean, and these numbers back-to-back weekends by Joshua and Canelo on the pay-per-view buys. This is amazing because they did it in the era where everybody's saying that online streaming is at an all-time high and that pay-per-view is dead. The era of pay-per-view is dead and because of online streaming. I could agree with that shit, that the online streaming is at an all-time high, but you know, obviously pay-per-view's not dead. When you get big attractions like these guys, man, you're gonna get them numbers, man. And it shows you that boxing ain't never gonna die, fuckers. You know, you're gonna fucking die first, wishing that boxing dies. So yeah, all these motherfucking UFC fans and boxing haters, keep talking all that shit, man. Come at me, come back at me, and let me know when the fuck you do some fucking huge numbers like these. Back-to-back weekends. Oh, but McGregor. Oh, but Ronda Rousey. Blah, blah, blah. UFC, step your game up. If you're gonna be talking all that shit, boxing's gonna be swallowed by the sport of MMA. I remember Joe Rogan saying that shit. Some fanboy shit, man. So there you go, man. This is great news for boxing, and this is a clear indication that who's the face of boxing right now. The number one attraction in boxing is Canelo, without a doubt. I mean, Anthony Joshua, he's right there. I would say number two, he's right there, man. Those were fucking big numbers, but that was only one time. But there were still huge numbers. So right there, I see Canelo and Anthony Joshua right now at the moment. And both got a lot of fucking haters. So a lot of would disagree. But, oh well, it doesn't matter if you disagree or not. That's what it is. And like I said, we got this fight coming up in September, man. Canelo and Golovkin. You could expect the numbers going up way higher than this Canelo Chavez Jr. numbers. So let's see, hopefully, well, I don't think it's going to happen. I was going to say hopefully all these fucking haters and the UFC fans stop talking their shit and stop talking out of their fucking ass and stay in their fucking lane. Know their role and just stay in your fucking lane. You're not ever going to be bigger than boxing. You're the new kid on the block making noise because you do some good numbers here and there when your two stars are active, Rousey and McGregor. Other than that, you ain't got shit. And like I said, those two fuckers are gone from your fucking roster for this year at least. So hopefully they will shut the fuck up, but I know they won't, because I mean everybody knows how it works, man. When you're a hater and the thing you're hating on is being more successful and making more noise, the more noise you're gonna make as a hater. So they'll still be coming up with some shit, trying to justify, trying to make themselves feel better. They're gonna try to come up with some shit, but these numbers, they squash anything that you motherfuckers ever come up with. On top of scoring huge numbers, this is back-to-back weekends, something that the UFC's never done. So come at me with all these fucking UFC numbers or whatever the fuck. All you're going to do is come at me with numbers from McGregor or Rousey, and you're not going to have anything back-to-back like the sport of boxing just generated. Back-to-back weekends. So there you have it, man. That's all I got on this, and I'm out.
I broke my back. Spinal.